Hey guys, it's King Borok 97, and I thought I'd bring you a little bit of a comparison between Mario Party Island Tour and just Mario Party in general, but it just so happened that I picked Mario Party 5. So, I'll start off with talking about Mario Party for the console and the DS. I'm going to leave this one in on its own. So, on the console, you get a dice, it's 1 to 10. You collect coins, you have to buy stars, you play mini games every round, you unlock new mini games depending on what it is. So for example, you can have a 1 vs 3 mini game, you can have a 2v2, you can have a boss mini game in single player, you can have battle mini games where you'll get money or stars will get taken from you and then the winner will win it. A lot of characters, a lot of maps. The maps will do different things, like change from day to night. I can't think of any in specific, but the objective is to get stars, get coins, and then at the end of the game, whoever has the most stars or the most coins, if nobody has stars, will win. In Mario Party Island Tour, each one of the maps has a different objective. In one of them, or in most of them, it's just to get to the end. And it sounds a little bit dull, but that's what it is. It's like it's kind of like what's it called? Chutes and ladders, where except you're not gonna fall. It's like Chutes and Ladders because you have a set number of spaces that you have to go, and the first person to get there wins, and then everybody else is ranked on how far they got. So if one person scores, the next closest person to scoring is in second, then the next is third and fourth, so on. The dice in this game, unfortunately, only goes up to 6, so it's 1 to 6. Mini games are a little bit more scarce in Island Tour than in the console and DS version, because in the console and DS version, you play a mini game every round. So after everybody's rolled, there will be a mini game. And there's also a set number of turns per game. So, for example, there might be 20 turns. So everybody will get to roll 20 times, I believe. It's either 20 or 21 times. And then at the end of the 20 turns, whoever has the most either coins or stars will win. In this one, in Island Tour, the objective is, as I said, to get to the end. In every map, it's to get to the end. Certain ones will have different objectives. So, for example, in the main map, it's to get to the end, and at the end, you have to roll up against I forget what its name is. Not a thwomp. Whatever the big rock wall guy is, you have to roll. You have to try to roll a 6 to beat him. I mean, you can roll lower than that, but he has 6 health bars, and you have to get him down to get him down to 0, so you can then cross into the finish line. In another one, your objective is to get to these different checkpoints. There are 3 checkpoints in the map, and actually 4 checkpoints. I'm sorry. There are 4 checkpoints in the map, and at each one of the checkpoints, there will be stars. So at the first checkpoint, you can either get 10, 7, 5, or 2. And whoever gets there first will get 10, second will be 7, third 5, and fourth 2. In the second checkpoint, you'll get, it'll be 10, 7, 5, and -2. And then in the next one, it'll be -7, -5, -2, 2. So on and so forth. And then whoever finishes all the checkpoints with the most amount of stars wins. So, in that case, it's a little bit annoying that they went so far off track from the original series, in the sense that, it really did change the game almost entirely. I mean, really, the only things that are the same between the two, so the similarities between the two are the characters, really the characters. That's really all I can think of. Really, just the characters. I mean, the maps. I mean, yes, the fact that you play on different maps, that's also the same. But other than that, the objectives are different. The dice size are different. I mean, am I saying that it's a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. I think that this is a very good game. But I think the biggest issue is that if you're expecting to buy it to get this, or to get the same quality game as the DS one, where it was literally Mario Party on the go, then it's not going to be for you, because it's not Mario Party on the go. It's kind of like a sequel to this entire series. So where this one has its gameplay, where you pick a map, whoever has the most stars or coins wins. That's the entire first series. All the games are basically the same. I think what ended up happening was they tried for this one because everybody was saying, oh, well, it's all the same, it's kind of getting boring and dull and repetitive, so let's try something new. And that's where they got this from. And it's interesting, and I will admit that it is fun, but I think the problem that I had with it was, if you go into buying this game with the mindset of, okay, I'm buying this game so that I can have the DS1 again, or a newer version of the DS1. That's not what this is. This is not what you're not going to get that out of this game. The other thing that I found that was, different between this one and this one, or this series and this one, this series, the console and DS series, when you play them, you'll get, if you play 20 rounds, and you're playing it constantly, so you're not taking breaks, I'd say it'll probably give you 45 minutes to an hour and a half of gameplay. This one, if everything goes correctly and you don't land on go back spaces, or you don't get continuously low numbers, at max you'll get a half an hour of gameplay. So that was a little bit annoying. Is a half an hour bad? No. You can get more than that if everybody just happens to, roll ones and you take breaks and stuff. But it's not the same game. It's good, but I think I would have preferred it if they had dropped the price a little. I think if you buy it for $40, you'll get your money's worth, but I think that $30 or $35 would have been a more reasonable price for what you were getting, because you're buying the game because it's Mario Party. Mario Party in and of itself is worth $40 or $50. But the problem was it's a different Mario Party. So if you're going into this with the mindset that you want this, get the DS1, because the DS1 is almost as close to the console version as it can get. If you're looking for something new, you want better graphics, you want a game where you can just play the minigames. I'll give it that. This one, you can play the minigames right off the bat. Any minigame you want throughout the game, you can play it right off the bat. You don't have to unlock it. So if if you have a little sister, I have a little sister, and she likes playing the minigames. So what I liked about it was, now I don't have to play through the party mode to unlock all the minigames. Now I can go right into the multiplayer, and my sister and I can play whatever minigames we want. We can test them out. We don't have to wait, through the entire party mode. That's good. But at the same time, you also lose the enjoyment of unlocking all these new minigames. Now you can just play them all whenever you want. So I'll sum up the entire thing. If you're looking for a game, for a new 3DS game that you can play with your siblings, or you can play on your own, I would get it because it's a different approach to the Mario Party series. It is, and it's a good approach. It's based on what I've seen. The GBA version is just minigames. This is better than that, because it gives you the mini games. It'll give you different gameplay. It'll give you a different perspective. If that's not for you, okay, and if you are somebody who you want to be surprised by the mini game you get, you want to play a lot of mini games, and you want to do the classic where it's coins and stars, get the DS one and avoid this. So, I mean that's about as in depth as I can get between the differences and similarities. If you have any more questions, just leave comments, and so leave comments, subscribe. I'll see you next time.